Hey, look at us.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and Daniel. Welcome to a live stream. We haven't done a live stream in a while.
45 years.
It's what's that GIF? It's been 84 years. It's been a very long time.
You're gonna throw the heart of the ocean.
I do apologize. It wasn't our intention to wait this long to do another stream. But we're live now, and we're going to try and make it a regular thing, just like I said with the podcast. I don't know if any of you who are listening or watching in this instance have gone and checked out the podcast, but if you haven't, maybe do it. It's good fun. It's a good way to kill the time. And basically, we're going to keep it going. We're going to hopefully do a weekly thing for the podcast, and then hopefully every Friday a live stream as well. We're going to go for maybe an hour, maybe.
Yep, that's a nice wrap up. By the way, we have a lot of people. By the way, we've got a hello from the UK. We've got people. There's somebody coughing into their elbow. It's good morning to some people, so good morning.
Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for wherever you are in the world. Surprisingly, for an impromptu stream, there are quite a lot of people joining, and a huge thank you goes out to all of you. So basically, I'll explain the reason for the stream, if there even really is one. It's basically just to say a huge thank you to all of you awesome people for this, the 100,000 subscriber play button. Honestly, never thought this was going to happen, but it did, and it's here. I guess it's a mini review. It's metal, it's die cast, it's heavy, it's shiny, and it says Justin's Collection on it. So a huge thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. That will be hopefully going up in the collection room, and then you'll see it on the subsequent collection tour, which hopefully will be coming soon. There have been some changes. You can already probably see behind me. There's been some changes even on the Star Wars shelf, which didn't really need to happen, but I wanted to rejig some things here and there. But yes, basically it's an appreciation stream for all of you awesome guys and gals out there who enjoy watching content on the channel.
That is so cool. Hey, Justin, you were getting a ton of love here.
Yes.
Let's go with NZ Ranger. He said, it's got the metal nameplate you love so much.
It's got the metal nameplate. The whole thing is made of die cast. It's fantastic. I give it a 10 out of 10. If I was doing ratings, it would get a 10 out of 10. So yes, it's awesome. I never thought it would happen, honestly. When I first started, like I said in the podcast, I thought maybe 20, 30,000 subs max, but we're at 100,000, and I can't believe it. We're almost at 150 actually, which is crazy to think about, that there's 150,000 people who've actually at some point clicked the subscribe button on my channel. So a huge thank you to every single one of you for doing that. That is fantastic.
Here's the best part. If you can see all the comments that are coming through on the side, that's you guys. So that's 150K. That's literally you guys. So that's a big, big, wonderful thank you to you wonderful people.
100%. I apologize if I'm looking down. I've got my iPad with the stream controls and the comments on here. I'm not like looking some other place at figures or anything. I'm genuinely looking at the comments. But yes, I want to say a huge thank you. I know I've said it already, but for those of you who have just joined the stream, we're at 20 more than we were like 2 seconds ago. So huge thank you to every single one of you who are watching now, and also who have watched videos on the channel, subscribed, liked, commented, all of that awesome stuff. So huge thank you for all of you. Shall we talk about some new stuff? I didn't really plan on talking about announcers, but there was an announcement today. Jango Fett.
Tell me how excited you are, Justin.
I am 10 out of 10 excited. If I go, I want to see when the first time was that I laid eyes on Jango Fett at in person at a convention. Let me have a look, because it was, let's have a look, Hong Kong. We'll search for Hong Kong. Pretty sure it was 2 or 3 years ago now, which is absolutely insane, considering that it only is just now going up for pre-order. Hot Toys, what on earth? 2018 was the first time that I saw it in person. I do believe that it was at San Diego that year as well. Let me see if I've got an actual picture of it. I'm pretty sure I do, because who wouldn't? It's Django, right? Yes, here we go. I have a video actually, of Jango Fett on display with Commander Cody and the Airborne Trooper, who actually still hasn't gone up for pre-order, unfortunately. I don't know if you can see that or not. I saw it in person. It looked fantastic in 2018, and it looks equally as fantastic now. I'm surprised it took them this long. He comes with so much stuff. So much.
I remember the first time you got the Sideshow one, and you were like, I wonder if Hot Toys will ever make that. How many years ago was that?
Oh, that was like 4 years ago, and honestly, I'd given up hope. Then we saw it, and then we saw it again, and we saw it again, and we waited. But yeah, finally it's happening. I will hopefully be able to do a figure preview on him. For those of you who are asking where the figure preview video is for the previous couple of announcements for Clone Wars Maul and the Coruscant Guards, unfortunately, they were sent straight from Hong Kong to LA for the New York Comic Con. I know, it's weird. Sent to LA for a New York Comic Con. But anyway, they were sent there instead of to Secret Base. So hopefully they get sent back. And then we can do a Secret Base figure preview at Secret Base on them.
That does sound amazing, man. Like, I can't believe we're finally at a point where you'll have Jango. You can literally put your Boba Fett's, you've got your Jangos. All you need to do is make a tiny little Jango, like holding his dad's helmet. God, you don't know what's in that helmet?
I was hoping that they would do a 2-pack with young Boba, honestly. I thought that they would do it. Maybe a DX. They like to do DX Star Wars figures for some reason. I thought, oh, maybe a DX-19 will be young Boba with Jango. Relatively easy 2-pack. All they need is the kid body and a new head sculpt, cloth outfit. They do cloth outfits, all the time. I thought that they would be doing that for sure, but they didn't, which is interesting. But let's not complain. I'll try not to.
We've got a few people in the comments actually also saying, where's Gamora? Where is Gamora? What is happening there? Who knows? What is Gamora?
Apparently, when is Gamora is the question.
When is Gamora?
I think you don't have to. You won't have to wait for too much longer. Apparently, take this with a huge grain of salt. Don't quote me on it, please. That's new. Don't quote me. Justin, he promised it would be out next. Apparently, the lineup for the next releases will be Gamora, Nebula, DX-18, which is the solo version of Darth Maul, which I'm super excited about. And there was one more. Who was the Stan Lee from Thor Ragnarok was the last one. So apparently they are going to be the next releases. Please don't quote me on it. It's just some information that I was fed. But that being said, this person's track record is fairly good. They've called the last maybe 9 or 10 releases a couple of days or even a week before they've come out.
That's a good track run, man. That's a good track run. So, but we're finally getting endgame figures. That's great. Finally, and a Thor Ragnarok.
Actually.
There it is. Look at this guy.
Is an exclusive right there. That is the endgame display as it stands. Get the camera situated. So yes, it's coming along very nicely. That was consisting of like D23 Cap and Thanos for the longest time. And now it's significantly fuller than that. You can see there are many more characters. But yes, I will be doing a collection tour at some point, but I can't believe it, Daniel. We're getting our endgame releases. Who would have thought that they would be out sooner than expected, and also later than expected for some?
And well, that is true. Yeah, and you know what? You got Cappy in there. You've got 2 Hawkeyes. Well, sorry, Ronan, I should say.
Yeah, you're forgiven.
Man, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So we have a lot of people here watching you right now. You have your play button.
Yes.
What is next for Justin's collection? What is happening, my friend?
Well, for those of you who don't follow me on Facebook and don't listen to the podcast, which is probably a lot of you, for a lot of you don't check the socials, which is totally fine. Collecticon is coming up very soon. I was literally just putting together the schedule today, and it's jam-packed. I can confirm it's going to be a roughly 6-hour live stream event, which is insane. I don't think anything like that's been done before by a random YouTuber like me. There's going to be a lot of guests, companies included. We've actually reached out to some official companies as well, but we'll see how that goes. And then at the end, there will be a giveaway or multiple giveaways of a couple of Hot Toys figures and maybe some 1/12 scale figures as well. The Hot Toys giveaway will be sponsored by toyswonderland.com. And there will be either 2 or 3 brand new sealed Hot Toys figures. The giveaway will be worldwide. So wherever you are in the world, you will be able to enter. So
that sounds
stay tuned.
Freaking
Collecticon.
Delicious. I mean, that's 6 hours. By the way,
for those you excited?
I am hype, man. I am hype. For those who don't know, and for those who haven't heard the podcast, feel free to check that out, please. If you haven't heard that, Justin, how much does it cost to go to Collecticon? How much is it?
Oh, well, Daniel, I'm glad you asked. It costs a whole huge sum of money, also known as $0. It costs you nothing. It's free. It'll be hosted on my channel, just as literally the same as this live stream, except there's going to be a hell of a lot more work in the back end to facilitate people from Hong Kong, the Netherlands, the UK, the States. All of these people from around the world will be coming together for Collecticon and either hosting a panel or, for those of you who haven't seen on 6 Scale Network, the Facebook group, by the way, if you haven't, go ahead and join. It's an awesome place. I put up a post about putting together a little video to help boost the enthusiasm around the intro for Collecticon. The little clip at the start is going to be a Into the Collectorverse sneak peek at how people like to collect and why they collect. So if you want to submit a video for Into the Collectorverse, the intro for the convention itself, go and check out 6 Scale Network. I will be putting the instructions up, I think, in the community tab as well, because I don't think the Facebook group is a wide enough net to cast for people to, because people, I'm sure, will want to show off their collections because we all work hard to curate our very own mini museums. So it's going to be a good opportunity to do that. Daniel, I'm still waiting for your submission, hopefully soon.
I'll be there. Hopefully, even when this will, when our lockdown finally finishes, who knows? Maybe we'll do a fun one together. But it's a good thing.
Oh,
guys,
that's a good idea.
Right? This is a nice thing for everyone to get. Like, for those who collect, for those who are interested in collecting, we'd love to see your face all around the world. I mean, we're from Australia. And for those who are in COVID and lockdown at the moment, please make sure you are very safe and well and make sure to look after each other. But what a great way to get your face out there. Definitely shoot that video. Send it to us. We'd love to see it. We're going to cut it all together. It'll be awesome.
It doesn't have to be a professional, high-quality thing. Literally just
just your phone.
Your iPhone in front of your collection. That's it. You don't have to use a pro mic. I apologize for me having to keep futzing with my hair. I didn't think this would be a problem. It's been 8 months since I was able to go to a hairdresser, and it's become significantly long, and it keeps going in my face. It's very annoying. So I apologize for fidgeting around with my hair. I'll try not to do that. But yes, it doesn't have to be some high production value thing. As long as you do shoot it in landscape, please. Please don't shoot it in portrait.
Guys, shoot it this way. This way. Good.
Do it again, Daniel, just so we can confirm. Like that.
There it is, guys.
Keep it in landscape. And then we will be set. And if possible, the highest quality in terms of the resolution that you can would be ideal. So potato mode is not encouraged. We would like maybe 720 or 1080p would be lovely.
That would be awesome. And if you don't have to do
best
that,
you can. I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Jump into your settings, check it out. You can definitely modify your settings there. By the way, Justin, I don't want to freak you out, but we've got Bumblebee, who's literally, that's his name on the chat. His name's Bumblebee.
Oh,
it's not great.
First of all, I don't know if it was difficult to snag that username, but that's awesome. And I love your profile. What are you guys talking about? Well, Bumblebee, we are talking about Collecticon, the upcoming virtual collector-focused convention. More info will be forthcoming. Don't worry, it's coming soon. I've just put the schedule together today, and we're locking in the times, and then we will reveal some of the guests. There are some unexpected surprise guests and some people that you probably would expect to be there. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I've had fun planning it with with Daniel and the other guys, and it's going to be awesome. So get hype, basically.
So good. By the way, can you do with your windswept? Just you flick that hair, Justin. Just
terrible. That's gonna be a GIF. People are gonna use that places. Hopefully they don't, but it's actually very frustrating. My next live stream, I'll wear a cosplay so I can wear like a mask or a helmet or something, and then it won't have to bother me.
Oh, well, hey, you've got your Red Ranger one, right? Just done.
That's true. It is over there. I can put it on. Speaking of cosplay, the next live stream we do will technically be. Let me check the date. If it's going to be next Friday, the 23rd, and then Halloween is the week after. So we'll do a pre-Halloween stream, and hopefully my brand new cosplay will have arrived. And for those of you again who haven't watched the podcast, my most anticipated for me personally, and one that I've wanted to do for a very long time, next cosplay will be Daniel. Drum roll, please. Or a trumpet is even better. I'm seeing if I have the picture. I'll show a little teaser. I posted this on my Instagram. There it is. You'll know what that is, I'm sure. The
For those who don't,
1989 Batman Michael Keaton batsuit in all its glory. I will be wearing it hopefully in a Halloween stream. I don't think it's going to be as hot as the BVS one, Daniel. Hopefully.
You think so? Because like that, it looks less breathable, but like I don't know. I guess you'll find out.
It's deceiving because the armor, and it was made like this in the film as well. The armor is only on the front half. The back is completely spandex, so it's going to be nice and breathable at the back. It's just a facade, which is quite. I'm actually looking forward to being able to have some breathability behind, and it'll just be the facade. So hopefully that means that I can wear it for longer and not have to sweat like 10 metric tons of sweat. If you could measure it in that way.
So for you guys who are watching the wonderful fans, if you've seen the other videos before, if you haven't, go in and check it out at Justin's collection. We the last time Justin dressed up in a suit, it was the Batfleck suit. We went to Oz Comic Con, Supernova, sorry, and basically
Supernova.
And when we were at Supernova, the best part was not only looking after Justin's cape as it was flowing through the very big crowd, but also literally it was so hot in there. Poor Justin, not only is it indoors and it's also really cramped, you're literally like, I'm cooking in here.
And but you can't hear and you can't see, and it's like it's torturous, but it's worth it. 100% worth it.
But the best part about it is how you stopped for so many people who wanted pictures with you, and even though you were in so much pain, I think that helped with the. I
think it kind of distracts you when people want to take pictures with you, because you're like, really, you want to take a picture with me? You think I'm worthwhile taking a picture with? Like, and you're just like, oh, it's awesome. So yeah, it's a distraction from the torture that you are experiencing. So yes, I did enjoy taking pics with a bunch of people, and hopefully wearing the 89 bat suit at the next con, whenever it is, not the virtual Collecticon, but the actual in-person con. I will get to have that same experience. We will see. But yes, stay tuned for the 89 bat suit. Sydney, fingers crossed. We had only 2 cases of coronavirus COVID-19 today. So hopefully that means that things are looking positive. Then again, tomorrow there may be 50. So we will have to wait and see. What a crazy time we are living in.
We are living in a crazy time. Crazy. And by the way, we have a few people here. We have Wolverine here. He's also saying that he killed the Hulk. No, we got Hugh Jackman literally saying that. But we've also had some people saying, "Can you say Martha?"
Martha. I said it just now. Unfortunately, to channel the Batman, I have to be wearing the suit. It doesn't work just sitting here as Justin. Nobody wants to see that. So you'll have to wait until I'm next wearing the suit. Someone says I'm weird. Thank you. I think weird means interesting, and I would much rather be interesting than boring. So thank you very much. I will take that as a compliment.
And we also love your movie Sonic 2020. Hey, Benjamin said my hair looks like it's been bent by the wind. Yes, it has. Thank you for noticing. This is my
Daniel's gone Super
hair.
Saiyan.
No,
this is my COVID hair, so we're both doing the best that we can given the situation. I think. Big Flex says, "I'm kind of confused what's going on." Well, I'll quickly explain for those of you who are just joining the stream. This is a live stream. It is where you may ask questions, and Daniel and I may answer them. If you don't have any, then that's also fine. Daniel and I will just chat about upcoming announcements and stuff that we have to chat about. So that is a live stream. And that is what we're doing. Concha Club says, say aluminium. Aluminium. I've done it.
Aluminum.
I have done
does he want you to say aluminum? Because I've heard aluminum.
Maybe he does, but I definitely will not be. I have one more announcement before we start focusing on some more questions, if that is all right with you, Daniel.
Yes, fire it up, my friend.
As I reach down off camera. So, for those of you who haven't been following along with the videos on the channel, I recently did my first ever 1/12 scale figure review, being the SH Figuarts 1989 Batman. I will be, because that video did quite well, I will be doing another 1/12 scale figure, and it will be this, the Avengers 1 Loki. It is fairly recent. It came out maybe a couple of weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago. I will be doing this next. So let me know if there is any hype for it. It looks all right in the box. Apparently, people are saying Mayfex are better. People are liking Mezco. Everyone has their favorites. I just happen to like Figuarts, and I will be reviewing that soon. So stay tuned. That will be the very next video on the channel following this live stream. So probably tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah, we had a few people saying, Justin, you should collect Marvel Legends. Funnily enough, well, there's that.
Oh,
by the way, hi, Lustian.
Like this?
Oh, there it is.
Hey, Marvel Legends. I do buy some Marvel Legends. I recently started playing the PS4 version of the Avengers game, and I did put together the Build-A-Figure Abomination. All of the other Marvel Legends figures in this wave I knew nothing about. I don't read comics, so I knew nothing about them. They were very D-list characters, in my opinion. So I just bought them, built this guy, and now they're sitting in storage, which is sad. But yes, I do every now and then pick up the Marvel Legends that I really like. Same with Black Series. So I've got to like it first to buy. I'm not just going to buy it. You know what I mean? I need to like it.
Hey, Justin, how about this, right? So you know those Marvel Legends, how you've got the Build-A-Figure parts in there? Imagine if Hot Toys did that, right? Imagine the Endgame line, right? You get those little parts and you get to build, you got a torso, you build the parts. What do you think the Build-A-Figure part would be for Endgame if they did it that hasn't been released or announced, if they had to do it? What do you think it would be?
That is a very interesting concept. And I would really entertain them doing something like that. It would have to be something big, obviously, because they couldn't just do it in normal figure size. It wouldn't work. It would probably be a Thanos, I would imagine. Get your 2 legs, your 2 arms, your torso, and your head, and then you can throw some accessories with other figures, and then you collect the line, you build your Thanos. That's my sort of assumption for how they would tackle it, and I would love for them to one day do something like that. I know it sort of commercializes it, but I mean, let's be real. It's a mass-produced product nowadays, so you may as well do something crazy like that to keep it fresh.
Can you imagine, right? I mean, what about the children of Thanos? I mean, you imagine building parts of them, right? So, but who knows? Who knows?
That is a very good way to get stuff out that otherwise would not sell if people had to pay for it, I think. So you are on to something right there.
Who knows? Oh my gosh. Chris Mason here says Dazzler, the Herald of Galactus. I was going to say, what if they actually did Silver Surfer in there? Wow. I mean, but then again, see, Silver Surfer as a title character could sell itself. Whereas, those other smaller parts, not so much.
I think a perfect example would have been Venom Pool. That could have been a Build-A-Figure I love Venompool. I really, really, really love Venompool. And I know a lot of people were like, why do you like it? And I'm like, I don't know why. I just like it. It speaks to me, my inner child, perhaps. Venom, Deadpool together. He's big. I'm literally looking at him off camera right now. He just steals the show. Seriously, he looks that good. Shall I rotate the camera? Let's rotate the camera so that you
rotate
all can
around.
see all the way.
There it is.
There he is. So
He looks
as you can
great.
see, there is actually some space available in this section right here. I don't know what that's for yet. People might be wondering what that's for. I don't know. But there he is. He's big, he's beefy, he's badass, he's Venom, and he's Deadpool. So, yeah.
You know, the entertaining thing about this is, and I guess this is for the people who kind of wonder why you like it so much. When it first got announced and the idea was there, you weren't really a huge fan of it as such. You're like, huh? But when you actually got it, I mean, look how much you appreciate the figure. This is literally how good the figure is because it's changed your mind for that.
I think the key with everything is, and I know it's hard to do because you're spending money. Whenever money is involved, people don't like to do what I'm about to say, which is keep an open mind. Because they have, let's be honest, if you're buying something, you have an expectation. You have a certain set of expectations, and if whatever you're purchasing, especially if it's for a significant amount of money, doesn't meet your expectations, then maybe, in your opinion, it might be a failure. But if you can, if it's possible, try and leave your expectations at the door when it comes to something like Venompool. And I know it's going to require a payment, a commitment, a monetary commitment, but something like him who has the potential of maybe being something fantastic. And hey, if not, you can sell it. Granted, there will always be someone out there, even for an Electro figure. I guarantee you there is someone out there who's willing to buy it because I'm that person and I bought Electro. But basically, you have to. I found over my course of reviewing, and people say that, oh, Justin, you're way too positive about something that potentially might have problems, right? The suit material isn't what we want it to be. But I always try and do my best and leave my expectations to the door and just look at the thing that's in front of me. I don't really like to focus on what could have and what should have and what might have because it didn't happen. This is what we have. There's no point thinking, oh, but what if they made this out of die cast and that would have been so much better and that means I don't like this version. I really don't like following that line of thinking, and I know some people do, and that's perfectly fine. That's just a very critical way of thinking. But I'm I like to look at things with more of a positive light because let's take one, for example, the Iron Spider, Dan, the
Yes.
PS4 Iron Spider. Amazing figure, in my opinion. Could they have maybe changed the material to make it more, articulate better? Potentially. Could they have made it so that the chest symbol is segmented in a different way so that it works better? Maybe, who knows? But am I going to like that figure less because they didn't? I won't, but I know some people will. So it's the two schools of thought, really. Just, I like to leave my expectations at the door, and if I'm pleasantly surprised, I'll always tell you. It's my honest opinion. If I'm unpleasantly surprised, then I will also tell you about that. But basically, that's how I like to do my reviewing and figure collecting in general. And 9 times out of 10, I'm surprised about how good something is. Like Venompool. If you told me that I would have liked that figure, I would have told you you are dreaming. There is no way that I am going to like a Venom Deadpool rubber-suited Hulk of a thing, but I do. And I'm not apologizing for it. I really like it.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Hey, I'm going to read this question out to you. This is from Kunji Club. He says, which figure did you sell and ended up losing the most from the purchase price? That's funny because you don't really let go of that much stuff. Like,
it's an interesting question. A better question might have been, which figure did you let go and now regret doing so? Because I have a lot of those. But
answer that one.
I don't really sell. I'll answer both. I don't really sell much stuff. I've never. When I sell my stuff, I sell it fairly cheap. But I've never lost a significant amount of money on anything as far as I can remember, because most of my Hot Toys and Sideshow stuff I keep. It's just third-party stuff that I sell most of the time, and I sell them for what I paid usually. They're not that expensive. So no huge issues there. In terms of stuff that I've sold and now I regret selling, I've actually luckily managed to pick up most again. But I would have said that it was the Sideshow TIE Fighter pilot. He's a pricey boy now, and I sold him.
Rogue One Thor.
And then I wish I didn't sell it. And Rogue One Thor as well. Yes, he's amazing. I love Rogue One Thor. I'm so glad that I managed to get him back. But if I hadn't, I would be sad. But yes, Rogue One Thor, TIE Fighter pilot, the AT-AT pilot, I sold him. I really wish I hadn't done that. Who else? I'm sure more will come to me as we go throughout the stream, but I did manage to pick him up. Again, here he is sitting on top of the cabinet, but I got the Rogue One version this time thanks to a colleague of mine who I work with at my real job. This guy, for those of you who don't know, is long since sold out. And he's going for insane amounts of money on the secondary market. But a gentleman that I work with who lives in Perth, Western Australia, he offered to, or I should say, I asked him if he was able to go and pick up one of these because the only store in the entire country was in Perth, Western Australia. And he went there, he drove an hour to pick it up. And I said, look, don't stress if it's going to be too much. Seriously, don't worry about it. But he was like, no, I want to do it. So he purchased it. I paid him for it, obviously, and he sent the same day. Express shipping arrived the next day.
What a dude!
That's
crazy. My god!
That's and now good. I have it. And now I have it. I can't believe it. Yes.
And now it's on the live stream.
How nice is that? You're watching, a huge thank you goes out to you for sorting me out with the Sideshow TIE Fighter pilot.
By the way, hi Quinn.
Yes.
Quinn's just popped a hi to us as well. Quinn, it's good to see you, my friend.
Hey. We do have a comment from Movie Sonic the Hedgehog. My birthday is today. If it is indeed your birthday, sir, happy birthday. And welcome to the stream.
And many more. The end. Oh, hey, Hugh Jackman.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes.
He asked, and this is an interesting question, which is your least favorite Wolverine figure? Your least favorite Wolverine figure?
Let me have a look. Probably the X-Men 3-1, not because of anything major, because it's not a huge delta between the best and the worst, in my opinion. And when I say worst, it's not the worst, it's just my least favorite out of the bunch. The only thing that I don't like about it is the expression on the head sculpt. That's it. That's literally the outfit's amazing. The base is amazing. Oh, Daniel, you own that figure. Tell us about the base on that guy.
I love the base. That's a Sentinel base. It's one of my favorite bases. The only catch is that Wolverine that you said, literally, he can move, but he just can't. Like the leather's tight on it, which is okay, but if you try to move the arm, it just goes back. So it can't be articulated very well at all, unfortunately. But
it's sad. It is sad. You know what cannot articulate even more than him?
Is it the droid?
He cannot move at all.
I was going to say the molded droid.
89 Batman. Which one?
You know the molded droid.
R2 can move.
No, your gonky one. You know the one with the template.
Gonk droid can move. Gonk droid can move more than X-Men 3 Wolverine, I guarantee you.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it. Hey, you want to hear an unpopular opinion on this one? My least favorite Wolverine figure, even though I love them all and I love Hugh Jackman, my least favorite is probably the Wolverine figure, the one that you actually hunted for.
I knew it! I called it. I literally called it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the favorite.
Is it because the body's too slim?
No. Yes and no. Because I don't really like his expression because he's like this. He's just like... Oh my gosh. That's kooky.
Yeah. He's Anyway, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand. A lot of people said that they didn't like the body; it was too slim. And I get it. I get why they did it, and I also get why people don't like it. It's a catch-22 because they did it for the multiple layers. There's like 5 layers of clothing on that guy, but then when you take him off, he looks scrawny as heck. So I get it.
Because he was cut in that movie. Raymond Cristiano says, what is your opinion of TB League figures? So for those who don't know what TB League is, TB League do a lot of Viking figures and, those seamless arms and stuff like that. TB League have actually gone out to make some of their mythological or like Egyptian gods with the Ficon bodies. So those gods did not skip leg day because they were Anubis. That's it. They did not skip leg day though.
Nope.
Like if that's your god, holy cow!
Is he on an M35? Is he on an M35?
On,
I think he is.
Yeah. He's tanky, man.
He is absolutely enormous. He's absolutely enormous. You know what? I am considering, or I don't know if I'm the only one who's considering this, but it's a proper black muscular body. You could take that and make Venom.
Oh, maybe. You know what? I love that you said that because that is not far away, right? You could definitely do something with that for sure. And he would look amazing because that body is stained real well. Love it.
So I don't know. Maybe there will be a custom Justin's collection Venom. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a bit of a weird one to do, I guess. But anyway, we'll see. My thoughts on fights and stuff. They don't really make that much stuff. They've made a couple of Vampirellas. I'm number one, not a big fan of horror stuff. Number two, I'm not a huge fan of putting scantily dressed ladies in the collection because I have younger siblings and they come over and they see the collection and it's not really all that savory to have barely dressed women standing in your figure collection, I think. But anyway, I'm not judging anyone who does that. That's totally your call. But yeah, I don't like necessarily the licenses that they do have. Their bodies, though, the bodies themselves are really good, and I've used them for customs before. I really like the bodies, but in terms of their actual releases, not so much, no. So sorry, that was a long-winded answer to your question, sir, but no, not really.
Oh, do you mind if I answer this one with you? Because I'm not sure if you've seen it, Justin, but
yes.
Ren Tolentino says, what do you think about making figures for Amazon Prime's The Boys series? Is it possible they're being made? Have you seen The Boys?
I've seen The Boys, yes, and I really like it. I have
wow.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything. There's... If you're a fan of Carl Urban, you may be very happy in the near future. That's all I'll say.
You know what? I love that you said that. You know,
I would stay tuned to Collecticon to find out more.
Guys, get hyped for Collecticon. I even though he's a very bad person in the series, Homelander. Anyway. I
would purchase an Homelander
because he's just a presence character. Milsim Jedi says, Justin and Dan, do you have anything from the anime Akira in your collection? I do, yeah. So so Medicom and Bandai.
You do.
I sure do. I've got Tetsu. So I've got Tetsu and Kaneda's bike. So I have them together. So yes, Akira is an amazing anime, but I definitely have those. I got very lucky picking it up in Japan. So and I worked out a trade for the bike. So that was very lucky. Oh, someone said here, Dirt. Are
they 1/6 scale?
They are 1/6 scale. Yeah, yep. That bike is definitely 1/6 scale. It lights up and everything. It's super cool. Dirt says here, Carl Urban is the new Wolverine. Maybe ?
I can see that.
I can see that. Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad about that. That works for me.
Behold my stuff. And he's got his.
I think that's the only catch, though, right? Is he already plays Scourge, so I don't know if that's going to be an allowed thing to do. But again, the gentleman who played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage is also playing Blade.
Right, 100%, right? So, Justin,
that it's been done before, so maybe.
Maybe. You got asked the question, which was, where would you buy high-end figures in Australia from?
Where do I buy high-end figures in Australia?
I think it was open-ended, literally.
I buy my high-end figures from toyswonderland.com because they ship worldwide and I have pretty much everything you're after. But if you're looking for a local store, there are a couple of places. I don't know about other states, but here in Melbourne, where we like to frequent, first of all, in the city, Minotaur. They're a pretty good shop. Usually when we were working in the office, I would catch up with my buddy Luke at lunchtime and we'd go down into Minotaur and see if they had anything new. And they sell Sideshow, Hot Toys, 3-0 stuff, Mezco. They sell pretty much a mix of everything. Pop Culture is another good one. Pop Culture.
Yeah. We sure enjoyed going to that sale. Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy the big old warehouse sales from Pop Culture. They are fantastic. Daniel and I really had a fun time going and doing that. Hopefully we'll be able to do it again, not next year, but the year after. They do it biannually, so every 2 years. And Zing is the other one, the third one. Zing Pop Culture, it's a franchise, so there are a lot of them. No matter which state you're in, you'll be able to find yourself a Zing, and they sell scale stuff as well. So those are the Australian places, but you will be waiting a very long time between pre-order and release, much longer than Sideshow, much longer than Toys Wonderland, especially because Sideshow supply a company in Australia called Icon, and Icon supplies Pop Culture because they are Pop Culture, and then they get theirs mostly first, and then they'll go ahead and supply all the other chains, including Zing and all the little other places like Minotaur, etc. So that's sort of how it works. Peek behind the curtain, if you will.
To bounce off that, actually, Jack Zilla Productions, who has left a few really nice comments there. He also says, my Zing kind of sucks. Zings are a bit of hit and miss. It's interesting, isn't it? Like, sometimes, your TIE Fighter, was that from a Zing? Yes. So it's hard to say.
My TIE Fighter pilot was from a Zing.
It was from a Zing, right? Because some Zings have a lot of Hot Toys. Some have like none at all. Like, to speak for Melbourne, I mean, Chadstone do, but like I think the one that are local to us, like Frankston or Southland and stuff like that, they don't really have many or any at all anymore. Anyway,
not that much. They told me, I spoke to someone who works at Zing, and he told me that they're not getting in-stock stuff anymore to have in the display case. They're only going to be doing pre-orders from now on. So going forward, you won't see that many 6-scale figures in the displays. And I was very, very lucky with that TIE Fighter pilot because he's sold out everywhere. It was just that one store that happened to have him in the display in Perth, in the middle of nowhere. And I managed to scoop it up, but that's not going to happen. That sort of thing will not happen again after they stop putting them in the display cases in the stores.
One of the fun things that Justin and I like to shoot each other when we get like an email, sometimes Zing have like a very good percentage off sale, and the first thing we do is we go straight to the website and we go Hot Toys and what's been knocked down. There've been some really good bargains there too, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think we got like there was that period where they had all of their high-end stuff that was like 20 to 60% off or something. And I remember that's when I was just starting, or I was I don't know. You and I were going back on this. I picked up a couple of things, and Zing has a very generous return policy. So I wasn't sure what I wanted, but I was luckily able to experiment and see what I liked. So I picked up Rogue One Darth Vader, and I kept him, thank God. But I also picked up a couple of different Death Troopers, and then the Rogue One Jedha Patrol 2-pack of Stormtroopers. I returned all of those. Those are ones I regret doing that with because they were so cheap. They were like $200 for the 2-pack of Stormtroopers. I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that?
That is one of the big regrets there.
Big regret. I still don't have the Rogue One 2-pack. And maybe one day I will, but I still don't have them. And those are some of the only Stormtroopers that I'm missing from the original trilogy. I have pretty much everybody else. So anyway, enough about that. Let's move on to another question, shall we? Let me see if I can pick one. Kunja Club, is Halloween celebrated in Australia? It do not be, as far as I'm aware, in my experience. Daniel?
Well, I every Halloween that comes around, I like to dress up either in a Pikachu costume or a Spider-Man costume. But it's not really as celebrated here, unfortunately. So even though I'm ready to go, literally, like I'll see one or two kids, and then it's just not as celebrated here, unfortunately. I wish it was. Can you imagine? Justin opens the door and he's like, "Hey, kid," so.
Unfortunately, it's not Not that big.
No, unfortunately not. I wish it was, because we love cosplay. Cosplay is amazing, but God. Lostian actually says, "Hey guys, do you know any good place to buy dioramas in Melbourne? I would like to start using them for my figures." We, well, no, I don't know if Melbourne off the top of my head, unfortunately, but we've got, like, if you join the Facebook group, if you're already part of that, we do have a resident guy there called Rocky Funko, sorry, and he does like custom stuff, but he's overseas, so unfortunately, Melbourne-wise, I think we just bang it.
I've recently discovered, I think, the best custom display base maker that I have ever seen.
Oof.
And I cannot overstate that. Like, when I say that, I mean it. Like, they look so good. I'm gonna bring up a picture.
All right.
If you're on a device right now, go on Facebook and go to Display Heroes, Space Heroes. It's a relatively small page for now, but I'll be working with them because I saw the display bases, right? They look like official Hot Toys display bases. Here is the one for the Incinerator Trooper.
Yes. Yep.
Look at that. They also do diorama style ones. So let me bring up the diorama style one for the Sideshow Greedo. Oh my goodness. It looks so good. They've got the texture of the floor. They've got some sand. Look at that diorama. Plus, it looks like an official product.
And it looks like it should have come with it.
That's the highest compliment that I think I can give. Because if something looks official, then that's going in my display. I haven't really delved too much into the custom, like the wooden style diorama display bases. I like them to be as close to as an official product as possible. So as soon as I saw those, I was like, hang on, what? You can make them look that good? Metal nameplates and custom?
Metal nameplates, that's the ticket.
I was like, what? So surprise announcement that I haven't made, coming to the channel, into the collection, a very old figure by Sideshow, the Leia Bouche. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. The Bounty Hunter disguised version of Leia, because I saw Display Heroes display base for it, and I was like, okay, I need to have that in the collection. It looks like an official, legit product. Obviously, I'm not talking about the unhelmeted head sculpt. Sideshow, back in the day, maybe quality wasn't quite there, but the helmeted head sculpt and that display base is going to be proudly displayed in the Return of the Jedi collection somehow. And also, recent pickup as of yesterday. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I put a bid on eBay for the Sideshow Duel on Naboo version of Darth Maul, because I'll be taking the Hot Toys robe and the Hot Toys head sculpt, the stoic one, the spare one with the purrs, and the Hot Toys accessories, and then putting it on that Sideshow figure, giving it a bit of an upgrade, because the entire outfit is covered in the Hot Toys robe anyway. So it's going to be my Tatooine version of Darth Maul. So 2 Darth Mauls in the collection.
It's going to be amazing. And then if you ever,
I'm excited.
if you split it in half, boom, you've got your end scene Maul, for spoiler alert, or
you got your Darth Maul, and then you've got your Death Maul. So yes, it's possible.
Well, that is true.
Oh, terrible! I'm so sorry.
Hey, I'll go with it. Big Flex has written this a couple of times. He wrote, Justin, I want your opinion on which Hot Toy Spider-Man I should get. I can't really make up my mind. Justin, you answer this one a lot, so go for it. But
I am not going to answer that the way you might think.
Exactly, because this is the answer
I
usually
have never been a fan of that sort of question in terms of, which should I get, A or B, or which one should I get, which outfit, blah blah. Because what my personal preference my personal bias will always override what may potentially be your personal preference / bias. So my advice to you is pick a Spidey figure. They're all pretty good. Even the first Sam Raimi suit Spidey figure was pretty decent. Pick a Spidey figure from a movie or a game that speaks to you the most. So if the PS4 Advanced Suit Spidey is your jam, get that. If the Black Suit Sam Raimi Spidey is your jam, get that. And that's an amazing figure, by the way. That's a really underrated figure. I love that figure. If the Young Rich Toys Miles, if you loved Into the Spider-Verse, Young Rich Toys Miles might be a jam. So just pick a movie or a version of Spidey that really spoke to you, then that is your Spidey.
And that's 100% true. Literally, Justin gets asked this a lot, which is, what's your favorite Iron Man figure, or this and that? Which one should I get? And really, exactly what Justin said. It's all about what's your favorite. What means it to you? Because if Justin says you should get the Amazing Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield one, that might mean something to Justin. It doesn't, but it might. But it might mean nothing to you. Yep. So gotta go with the one you want.
Yeah, you've got to pick the one that, as I said, you might have grown up watching the Amazing Spider-Man films and you really like the design of the first Amazing Spider-Man suit because it's so unique. Then that's your Spidey. But I can't tell you which one is your favorite. You know what I mean? Like, you need to pick your favorite and then just roll with that. And then the figure will hopefully mean something to you over and above just the look of it. Because if you're picking something just based on the look, then it might be not worth keeping around, if you know what I mean.
True. How does it make you feel? And that's the big question, right?
Yes, exactly. You're spending your money on it. You better make damn sure that that's something that you have some sort of connection with, at least, you know. Not just a superficial level. That's how I like to collect, is stuff that, like, people say, oh, why don't you pick up just to review Pennywise?
Yes.
I have absolutely 0% attachment to Pennywise in any way. So even though I know I can buy it, review it, and sell it, I won't do it, because I buy the channel's Justin's collection, not Justin's reviews. So if something is going into my collection, I will review it. If something isn't going into my collection, I won't review it. So yeah, you got to make sure that you really like the thing you're putting your money down on, because that's, you know, that's, you're speaking for your collection by purchasing that.
That's exactly it. That's a beautiful thing. Yaza Yeet says, hey, Justin, do you know of any Neo head sculptures that I could buy from Australia?
I don't, there's not much in the way of anything down here for custom stuff. All of the custom stuff you'll find will mostly be in the States or in Hong Kong. So I think that's the first thing. Look over in Hong Kong. AliExpress is a really good place to look for custom 1/6 scale stuff. They sell weaponry, they sell clothing, they sell boots, they sell bodies, they sell head sculpts, they sell everything. For the higher end sort of third-party custom stuff, Toys Wonderland will have that sort of stuff for sale. So I'm pretty sure there's a JX Toys Neo head sculpt. Can't confirm the quality, haven't reviewed it yet. That is for sale on toyswonderland.com, but apparently people do like it. So have a look there, perhaps. I know it's not in Australia, but unfortunately, we don't have much in the way of a custom market, unfortunately.
But you can always check out, like, local groups. You could always ask. You can check out eBay. You just never know. But one of the other places people go is Toy Anxiety or Black Op Toys. They're actually pretty good places. So there's always a part out there. You just got to just look and just, you know, spend carefully.
Most of the time, I can't really think of many things that haven't been made either by a custom artist or by a third-party company or official or something. So if you're looking to make something, you can 9 times out of 10 make it happen. It's just got to be how hard you're willing to look, how much money you're willing to spend, and how much of a commitment or attachment you have to that particular item. Like, for instance, I know this is incredibly silly, but I asked a custom artist recently if they would make a head sculpt of myself, because I want to have a 6-scale Justin in Justin's collection. I know it's stupid, but that might be coming soon. I don't know. We'll see.
In an Iron Man suit. That'd be amazing.
But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to put myself in. Actually, I could even put myself in the BVS Batsuit, because I wear that. So I don't know. I'm a very versatile head sculpt. Luckily. But yes, we'll see if that eventuates or not. I'm just exploring the idea of custom head sculpt. So we shall see.
This one's from Ahmad.
We've got iPhone. Do we have iPhone questions?
Oh, yeah. We're gonna keep an eye for that.
We'll answer the one you got first, Daniel. Yes.
This one's kind of interesting. It says here, "Hi Justin, I appreciate all the great content lately, especially that Venom Pool video. I was planning to buy it, and your video regarding it confirmed my interest. My wife hates that I'm buying that figure. I don't think there's a question for that. That's on you.
I mean, I think the answer to that conundrum, if you will, is number one, will your wife have to see it? If it's in a communal space and it's going to always be seen, then I wouldn't personally want to fight that battle. I would pick something that you both like. That's called compromise. I would find something that maybe, for instance, is a nice centerpiece that comes from a show or movie or game that basically you look at that one item and you instantly it tells its own story. Like, for instance, I'm not sure if it can be seen. This guy right here. Can you see the Mandalorian on screen right now? Because that is who I am talking about.
Beep, 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 right there. He looks great.
So he, for instance, he comes with a nice diorama-style display base. He is his own centerpiece, basically. He can be one-off, is what I'm trying to say. So maybe if it's going in a central location, you don't want to have something like Venompool because your wife doesn't like it, then try and find something else. If it's going in your collection room and you've got a bunch of 6-scale figures, then I say go for it. It's unique, it's big, it's awesome. I literally cannot stop looking at it. It is distracting me. It is off camera right now. He's got a huge ass glossy looking tongue poking out of his Deadpool face. He looks so awesome. I cannot tell you how happy I am with that purchase. Seriously, it looks so good. I'm very happy with it. So that's my answer is basically, if it can be seen and it's in a communal place, maybe it's not a good idea, but if it's in your collection room, then I say go for it. You don't want to miss out on this one.
I didn't realize Steph was in the chat too. He's going to be ordering an iPhone because I think it was Kunji Club said that your wife definitely deserves an iPhone 12. And you know what?
She will be upgrading tonight. I, unfortunately, will be having to wait because Apple, in their infinite wisdom, decided to delay the 12 Pro Max release until mid-November. So unfortunately, we cannot take advantage, unless Ms. Collection allows me to try it out on her iPhone, the Dolby Vision HDR function, I should say, of the cameras. So if she does, then, which hopefully she will because I'm purchasing it, then we will try out the Dolby Vision HDR for figure reviews. First time, I think, ever, because there aren't that many cameras, especially accessible to YouTubers that aren't super high-end, that have Dolby Vision and HDR 10-bit certification. I don't think anybody's using them, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this hopefully will be the first time it's ever been done in figure reviews. So coming soon.
That's the first, guys. You heard it here
first. We will be getting new iPhones.
Justin and I are both getting the 12 Pro.
I'm excited
so we
to see what it can do.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I don't know why it's very similar to what we have now, but I'm still very excited anyway.
Dolby Vision. It's all about Dolby Vision.
All about Dolby Vision, and nobody will be able to consume the content with the Dolby Vision because probably their mobile devices aren't certified to view it. But it doesn't matter. It makes me feel better, and I know that I'm doing the best that I can for all of you all out there in terms of the quality of my videos. So I will be getting the 12 Pro Max, and hopefully you will notice an improvement in the color depth and the contrast, hopefully. Dante says, can you shout me out? Dante! Is that what you mean?
Wrapping up, I guess. Close to the end of the hour, Andreas Breiker says, when is Collecticon? And where were those background stats from? So when is Collecticon? Ooh.
When is Collecticon? I haven't announced when it's going to be yet, but it's going to be towards the later end of November. I'm not giving you an exact date yet because we haven't locked everyone down in terms of the guests. The guest list is still pending, but it will be in the later half of November. So you've still got some time, and it will be hosted on my channel. Don't worry, I will make it known. I will make it known when it's happening, but later half of November. And what was the other question, Daniel?
And it was, the other question was, and where are those background stands from?
On Instagram, it's display_heroes. On Facebook, it's just display space heroes. Spelled correctly, Heroes. So not Heros, Heros. You spell it right, heroes. What do we have here? How much they can talk, says Karen. Well, Karen, we can talk a lot because there are a lot of you in the chat. We want to make sure all of y'all can be heard and we want to answer as many questions as we can. So we will talk as much as we can to answer as many questions as we can. So a lot is the answer. Let us answer maybe one or two more questions and then we'll wrap up the stream. I want to keep the streams nice and short. I don't want to bog anyone down and watching these huge streams because people like to catch up later. And watching a 3-hour stream is a little bit daunting. So we'll keep it nice and short, and hopefully we'll do them every Friday, and then y'all can get used to that. Someone asked me what is the intro, what's my intro song called, I think, or something like that. It doesn't have a name. It's just a generic, royalty-free 80s music jam that, for some reason, has stuck with me since the day I started, and I really like it. So yes, Daniel, do you want to pick a question to wrap up with?
I love it. So we'll probably go with the last one here, which is Timothy Lim, and he asks, "What are your first thought impressions on Venomized Iron Man and Venompool similar?" Question mark. Similar?
Oh, well, I'm going to give you such a cop-out answer. First of all, I like Venompool a lot more. And I think it's going to be quite significantly different because Venompool is an understructure inside a rubber suit with an air gap between it. So it moves a lot differently. But if you want to know what I think about Venomized Iron Man, and I know you're going to roll your eyes, please go and check out my figure preview video because I talk about it in a lot more depth than I'll do it right now in that video. I'll give you a TLDR quickly, but best to go and watch that video. It might not be made for you, it might not be made for me, but it's made for someone. It's a very limited artist collaboration with a very well-known Hong Kong artist and illustrator, and it's not taking up a spot in the main line. So I don't think anybody needs to get mad. Why are they making this? It's taking up a spot for something that we really wanted, which means that you just really wanted it. You got to remember that collecting isn't just about one person's needs and desires over everyone else. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that someone won't. I personally am indifferent until I get them in hand, especially this guy. I'm going to see it in hand. I might like it like I did with Venompool. I might not like it. We'll have to wait and see. So yes, check out my figure preview video if you want to know. We will answer one more question. I'll see if there is anything jumping out at me before we wrap up. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that Venomized Iron Man looks a little bit like crabs to me, like the big crab thing. But we'll find out. We don't know yet.
Yes, it does. Someone asks if the winner of the PS4 Iron Spider ever got announced. The draw is actually happening 1 month from the announcement of the giveaway, so it hasn't been a month yet. It's been like a week. So it's gonna be happening soon, but plenty of time for that. There will be a lot more giveaways at Collecticon though. Let's have a look if there's anything. I'm new to collecting and I'm wondering if Sideshow or Toys Wonderland have any Black Friday holiday season sales or sets. I'm not sure. I think Sideshow might. I'm not sure if Toys Wonderland are going to. They did last year. I don't know if they're going to be doing it again. I don't see why they wouldn't if they've done it last year. The precedent is already set. But I will have to, or you'll have to keep an eye on Toys Wonderland website for that info, and same thing with Sideshow. They both have newsletters. Subscribe to the newsletters and they will tell you via email. Easiest way, trust me. Take my word for it.
So good. My gosh. Either way, great deals, great bargains. Get out there, go hunting, guys.
Do yourself a favor and find some badass deals, because there are some to be found either in the Facebook groups or on eBay even. Where I got my Darth Maul from last night for $300 Australian shipped was eBay. So it is possible to find some deals out there. Even though you might not think that eBay is the best place to find deals, you definitely can find deals on eBay.
Oof. Fingers crossed for that Sideshow Mall for you, man.
Actually, before we wrap up, interesting story. That's how Daniel and I met. Is I bought a figure off him, or 2 figures off him, on eBay.
That's true. How many years ago was that now?
Oh,
Oof. It's a long time ago. And was it? It was Thor and Loki from the Dark World. Was it? Yeah.
Thor and Loki from the Dark World. That's right. Oh, what a long time ago. But anyway, interesting story. You might meet some awesome collector friends buying stuff off eBay as well. That's side benefit.
That's just, and I think that's the best thing about the community we have. The community, you meet really cool people, you meet really cool collectors, you find like-minded people. So the best thing you guys can do, especially because you guys are in the group, reach out, say hi, be friendly. It's a great thing.
Yep. Check out 6 Scale Network on Facebook. It's a pretty awesome place, if I do say so myself, to come along and just chat and share pictures and see what's coming up next as well on the YouTube channel, on the Instagram. But also participate in the giveaways, because we do giveaways every now and then as well, like the Iron Spider one, which is happening as we speak. So check out the Iron Spider review if you haven't. The giveaway information is at the end of that video. But Daniel, I want to say a huge thank you to you for joining me on this stream and the podcast this week. We will aim to be doing it weekly. And then if we've got awesome stuff to show off in the live stream, then we will. But otherwise, we're going to try and keep it consistent. Topics at the start, couple of topics at the start while people are starting to join the stream, and then we'll do some Q&A at the end, and I don't know, keep it fresh. Try and keep it fresh at least.
That's easy. It's my pleasure, and thanks for having me, man.
Excellent. All right, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.